Thank you, Toastmaster Manoj, for this thunderous welcome to this meeting number 65, and thank you for setting up the energy of this meeting at a very high note. So I think I would request all of us, all our members, to continue this momentum throughout. And thanks once again for welcoming me. So without wasting a lot of time and giving normal information or I would say jazz about what is all Toastmasters all about. Let me first welcome the new members of today's meeting. So we have Toastmaster Shirley, who's joined our club, and she's the first time a role taker for. She's playing a role of a timer for the first time, and she's all set to do her role. So I just want to quickly introduce Toastmaster Shirley. I think Vijay, can you quickly share the information?
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. So
Yes.
Toastmaster Shirley, welcome to the club. And just to give a quick introduction about Toastmaster Shirley, she works with Hapag Lloyd, and from last 25 years, she's been working in accounts payable department, a very crucial role for her. And she loves listening to music, travel, which actually becomes her way to live her life. And welcome, Toastmaster Shirley, to the club.
Thank you, Ashwini.
Next, I would request Toastmaster Piyush, who can be spotlighted. He's again a new member to the club. Toastmaster Piyush, I can see. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes. Toastmaster Piyush has recently joined our club, and he works with Deloitte, and passionate, again, love listening music, and passion for serving organizations is something which he loves to do. And he's been working with various infrastructure projects. Currently Piyush is based out of Orissa, and he's preferred to go for an online club like us, where he gets to enhance his public speaking skills. So Piyush, welcome to the club, and I hope you get a great opportunity to learn the skills which you're looking out for.
Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone.
Thank you. We also have Toastmaster Kaustubh. Has he joined the meeting? I wanted him to be here.
Not as yet.
Okay, sure, no problem. So we'll just get it going. One more very important achievement which I wanted to make an announcement for. So today, Mumbai Communicators Toastmasters Club, in span of just 4 months, have reached to a stage of has become a President Distinguished Club, and I'm very proud of my members and XCOM team for helping us to achieve this status. Apart from that, a special thanks to our I would say a guiding light, the torchbearer, DTM Sudarshan, who has been guiding all our members in this club to be that better version of themselves, and in fact excel the club to the next stage. Brought in a lot of insights, solutions when we were stuck up in kind of conducting very productive meetings, and helping us to enhance the club quality as well. So thanks to DTM Sudarshan for your help. And I would also love to thank our XCOM members over here who have contributed silently at the backstage for reaching to the stage. So I would request to display the XCOM members. I think few of XCOM team is not there, so I've got picture over here. So I think can you just scroll? I think we have Anil, who is VP of Education, silently supporting all our members to actually reach their education goals and help them to grow as a good speaker. We also have Toastmaster Shubha. So I think she's contributed a lot while she had to, in fact, speak with individual members to know their needs and, ensure that we have almost 99% of renewals this year. So that is where our VP of membership have gone ahead and contributed. We have Toastmaster Ajay, who is our VP PR and have been releasing the posters for communications and for broadcasting in span of 48 hours for any request we've been making to him. Toastmaster Priya, our secretary of the club, have been contributing with the way she's been presenting different meetings. I mean, the quality of meetings have also been enhanced with her contribution, and she is also an IPP, the International Past President, and our treasurer, who is always ready to support for any kind of requirement we have when we want to buy certain things, assets for our club, and that is where these people have silently contributed. And Sergeant at Arm Dipti Mohan, who's been always supportive, open for giving us very crucial feedbacks in terms of enhancing the level and the quality of the club within our area. And I'm very proud to mention that we are the club in our area, which this is only one club who has achieved President Distinguished in a span of 2 years. We are pretty young in terms of other clubs in our area. Most of the clubs are, like 5 years old or running there from last 15, 20 years, and they are still trying to achieve. But I think the kind of contribution the XCOM team has done over here is fabulous, and I'm very happy that I work with such a productive team, and will take this club to the next level. Thank you so much. And this is something which I wanted to really mention before we start the meeting. I would request Pradnya Kadgudkar to be spotlighted. She is guest today in our club. Can I have her on the stage, please? Zoom Master, can you spotlight Pradnya? Pradnya, I would request you to switch on your camera.
Yeah, sure.
Yes. So, Zoom Master, I would request you to spotlight her.
Yeah. Am I visible?
No, you're not. I think some connectivity issue, but that's okay. You've been spotlighted, though we can't see you. So, Pratya, I just wanted to understand your needs and requirements in terms of looking for a Toastmasters club, and how did you got to know about our club? If you can tell us in brief, that would be really helpful.
So, good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Pradnya. I am from Mumbai, and I was just going through a leadership course today during the day in the morning, and I just got to know about Toastmasters and thought of giving it a sight so that I'll also be able to enhance my communication skills. That is the main scope I'm looking out for.
Great. So I think you need to stay back till the entire meeting, and I'm sure you would have a lot to take back
Sure.
after this meeting is done.
Thank you
so much. Stay back and enjoy this meeting.
Yeah.
So yes, so the main proceeding of the meeting. Today, we have Toastmaster of the day, who is a VP Education of our club, a silent performer, a very genuine person at heart, and he is Toastmaster Anil, who's going to be Toastmaster of the day. With thunderous round of applause, I would request Toastmaster Anil to come and take over the stage. Toastmaster Anil. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters and esteemed guests. I'm Anil Rangawat, Toastmaster of the day for today's meeting. As a Toastmaster of the day, I am supposed to give you the theme and conduct the meeting. And the theme for today's meeting we have kept is celebrating Father's Day. Father is a superhero, as we all know, in our lives. But we start valuing him more once we become parent. Once we become parent and we start understanding how critical it is to understand a kid who can't speak. From the, I think Piyush can relate with me, with the clutch sounds, we have to understand what the kid is communicating with us. So with the clutch sounds, he had understood us, made us so maybe perhaps eligible to live in this world, sustain ourselves very well. So maybe perhaps I can vouch that all of us would be deeply having a feeling of gratitude and pride once we look at our fathers. So celebrating Father's Day is the theme of the day. Father's Day, I think, is coming on the next Sunday. And next Sunday, we won't be having meeting. So we are celebrating it today. So I think our table topic master would have arranged some topics around the day, I think the theme, which would be enjoying the due course of the day. Taking the meeting forward, we have a team of trio, which will be giving us guidance similar to father. They'll be guiding us how well we are speaking, how the meeting is progressing. We have got our timer, counter, and grammarian. I can see Subodh also. So I think Subodh, you'll be there, or I think
No, no, I won't be.
you won't be there.
Shubham would be the grammar.
Shubham would be there. Fair enough. So we have got Shubham as our grammarian. So I'll be introducing quickly the timer for today's meeting. She is taking the role for the first time. Shirley, are you there? Hi,
Hello.
Shirley.
Hi.
Before you start, I'll just ask you one question. What is one quality of your father which you admire the most? I think there will be more than one, but the one, if you can single out the most.
One quality, he was very loving person. He was very strict, but at the same time, he was loving.
Very good. So the
I mean,
unconditional.
we could say when we were, yeah. So my father is no more, but he was very strict, very strict. We were not allowed to laugh loudly, but he was loving. And we realized this later.
Okay. And that's the agony of human life. Like we only value the thing until we
Yes.
don't have it or once it's lost. That's agony. So can you just briefly explain your role?
Yeah. So fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, I'm Shirley DeMello and I'm your timer for today's meeting. So I will record the time of today's speeches and everyone has been allotted certain time limit. So I will show the colored cards to signal them. So for example, during 5 to 7 minutes of speech, I will show a green card at 5. I will show yellow at 6. And I will show red at 7. And every speaker has given 30-second grace period to wrap up. Yes, over to you, Toastmaster Anil.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Shirley, for explaining your role. Next on our tag team is our counter. Let me welcome Piyush Agarwal, who's playing the counter role. Can
Hello,
Piyush
everyone.
Hi,
Hello,
Piyush.
everyone.
Hi. The same question to you. What is one single quality about your father which you admire the most?
So, like, father is the unsung warrior, like, who is behind everything that we do in which we achieve in life. So, he acts as a shield for the family. Whatever comes to us, the first person who faces is the father.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm
So,
sorry. Yeah. Great.
So, hello, everyone. I am Piyush Agarwal, and I will be our counter for the day. So, first of all, I would like to congratulate everyone, the members of the Mumbai Communicators, for the recent achievement. Okay. So the purpose of our counter is to note words and phrase that are used as a crutch or pause fillers by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words such as and, but, well, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds such as and I'll also note when a speaker repeats phrases or words such as I, or this means. And at the end of the meeting, I'll report the number of times that each speaker have used these expressions. So this will help us to improve our communication and public speaking skills. Thank you, everyone. Over to you, Toastmaster Anil.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Piyush, for describing your role. And next, we have got grammarian, that is Toastmaster Shubham Bhole. Hi, Shubham.
Yeah.
I have the same question for you. What is one single quality about your father which you admire the most?
Yeah. I like the quality of my father to be act as a friend. He always discuss with me as a friend and come to me if I have face any problems or anything. Yeah, he sit next to me and ask what exactly is the problem and how can I deal with it and give the solution from his learning of life. So that's the best quality I like from my father.
Great. Thanks. Thanks for sharing that. And now, can you briefly describe your role as a grammarian?
Okay, sure. Good morning, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmaster and guests. As a grammarian, it's my responsibility to note down the language uses, that is good uses of grammar, such as quotes, sayings, or any good words, and also the wrong uses of grammar, like like having any mistakes in the grammar. And as a grammarian, it's my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. So today's word of the day is jubilant. It's an adjective. Its meaning is feeling or expressing great happiness. Examples: the fans were jubilant over the team's victory. I am jubilant about attending this meeting. So all speakers are requested to use this word of the day throughout the meeting. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Shubham. Thanks for describing your role. So let us start the jubilant meeting and enjoy. And actually, I'll thank our president and all the members for the jubilant performance, so that we could reach president's distinguished club title. Thank you very much, and I'm proud of that. And in India, actually, we used to make fun that how many fathers we have. So as a child, we used to think like we have got how many fathers? So I used to say like one is your biological father, then we have got father of the nation, and then we have a heavenly father who's there up. So there are three fathers for us. Trio. Sorry, once our trio has described their roles, let us start with the meeting. So we have got two sections. The first section is prepared speech section, and the second one would be impromptu. So for starting the prepared speech section, I think the first speaker we have is our club president, none other than Toastmaster Ashwini Aronkar. So before she starts her speech, I would like to invite her evaluator. And her evaluator is Toastmaster Paramjit. So Toastmaster Paramjit, can you just describe the objective of the speech? And before that, the same question to you as well. I think you can give us a brief.
Yeah, my father was very kind and very helpful, and he never asked, like he always motivated us to do anything we wanted. So I could do a lot of things because of his, not questioning even sometimes like what I'm doing, and that helped me. Of course, I was knowing my limits, and he was knowing the limits for me, but he never asked much. Like he was not a strict person. He was very kind in that.
Great. Please share the objectives of this project.
So Ashwini, Toastmaster Ashwini is doing a project from the level 4, project 1, leading in difficult situations. And the purpose of this project is for the member to practice strategies for adjusting to unexpected changes to a finalized plan. And speech length is 5 to 7 minutes prepared speech and 5 to 10 minutes for impromptu responses. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Paramjit. Thank you very much. So, Zoomata, can we have the first speaker spotlighted? Toastmaster Ashwini, same question to you. What is the one quality about your father you would like the most?
Yeah, so the moment I hear this word father, it's a very emotional moment for me, because my father was man of modest means, and that means everything may come in life, ups and lows. You shouldn't get sad or excited. You should always remain calm and quiet and do what you are doing. And that's how he's today what I am. It's all because of him. So I think that's the quality of my father, which has helped me to grow in my career, in my personal life, as well as a good human being. So all credit goes to my father.
Great. That's, I think we call it Sukhalka Samabuddhi. So
Yes.
being equanimity. Very good. So Toastmaster Ashwini is presenting her speech. The title of her speech is Charity Begins at Home. Charity begins at home, Toastmaster Ashwini.
Not all of us can do great things, but we can do small things with great love, said Mother Teresa. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, I was sitting with the window with a cup of coffee, watching busy streets of my area. I could see that every day there were a bunch of people who used to travel with a bag locks on their back and used to sit on the street. Those kids were of somewhere in the age of 8 to 10. It was very difficult for me to believe that life would be so difficult to someone at the tender age of 10 and 12, when I looked at my son who was sitting next to me and toggling with his PlayStation. It was that time I thought, why don't I inform the local authority and ask them to help these underprivileged kids who are spending such beautiful life of their time on the roadside? But I paused at that point in time. And then I thought, what if I take that first step and contribute back to the society? So that was a point in time. Why don't I start from my own vicinity than actually going somewhere else and contributing as a part of the CSR initiative? That moment, I decided not to waste a single weekend whiling away time on my gaming laptop. And I started scribbling on my presentation. Let me quickly share that presentation with you. Can we share that? Can we have Zoom Master share that presentation? Or else can I share?
Yes.
Stop.
Can everybody see the presentation?
Please go on the slide share mode.
Yes. No.
Click on slideshow.
I'm not able to get that option.
Click on slideshow, which is next to animation, and click on that.
Yeah, now it's
Yes. So please keep clicking. So I think this is the project which came to my mind, which is called Project Asha, which is a ray of hope for those street children who doesn't have home and doesn't have future to look at it. So with this objective, what I did was I have actually gone ahead and defined the objective of the project. So in spite of plan development and special provision, which have been accelerated by the government, there are certain groups of people who are ignored, and those are street children. So to take care of their, and they come from a deserted family or someone who has come out of unwanted pregnancy or trafficking, or the street children are left out without care and support, and these age groups are between 10 to 12. So these children are finally move ahead, and we have seen in movies always, and there has been a lot of facts also where we see that they are doing rat picking or pickpocketing, preparing for antisocial criminal activities and stuff like that. And that is where I started scribbling on my project objectives, where we actually focus on providing them very conducive environment for where they provide them a secure place. We provide basic literacy and facilities for further studies. We help them to secure their own livelihood by learning some basic skills, which we call it as a vocational courses, and then providing opportunities to get future employments. Next slide, please. So based on these objectives, I have created a methodology which is called 4D methodology, which basically calls on 4D concept. So first is discover. Discover is what is the age group or what is a segment which I'm going to target for who are for the street children. Secondly, when I'm doing this discovery, what is a team I need to set it up? Which all organization I need to visit, which all colleges I need to visit, who will actually help me contributing to this initiative, which will help me to meet my objective. So design is something, meeting those people, creating a project plan, creating a timeline, and then moving ahead with the development of such initiatives where I have actually got a place where these kids can be staying over and their meals can be taken care, and the teachers who would be involved in helping them to give them basic education. So all those aspects would be covered in this 4 stages. And then finally, we go with the stage of deployment, where we actually start teaching the students, taking care of them, and then we see the overall change in their perspective. So what kind of timelines and plans I have come up is the next slide, please. So what is a project plan and timeline? So I have thought of creating a capacity of 50 such cases, identifying an orphan and preview their background. So for that, I need to appoint volunteers, and these volunteers would be from the nearby colleges where the students have taken up subject like psychology. So they understand the psychology of a human being, knowing their backgrounds, and getting them to the orphan or orphanage or the home for street children. After that, how I would take care of their secure stay and their education setup. So there are around 10 to 15 temples, I would say, charitable trust as well associated with these temples, who would help me to give me space at a very affordable rates to ensure that the stay is very secure, and also contribute to their livelihood by way of providing donations for taking care of their education, for their meals, for their free meals, and also ensuring that their basic vocational courses. For that, I need to get teachers. So those teachers would also be paid. So how it would happen is with the help of this temple authorities and the charitable trust. Also, apart from this 3 meals a day and education, primary health checkup is equally important. So I would also connect with the local hospitals which are attached to the government. And also now there is a new initiative which has been announced by Chief Minister of Maharashtra, where it is called Gharza Doctor, where the primary health checkup would be provided at a very affordable rates for such street kids, but no one is aware of. So we will associate with all these organizations, and we are going to ensure that their primary health checkup can be done. And also teaching facilities. So there are a lot of government colleges where also conduct vocational courses. So for them, getting an affordable courses sponsored from the government would be an objective. So for this entire planning and setup, the timeline is defined for 6 months or so, where you start that 4D from discovering to deploy. And this is a projected expenses which I have thought for the next year, which would come across where I have to spend for the breakfast, lunch, dinner, providing education support material, healthcare and medicine. So per unit into the cost of overall spend has been projected considering the current economic conditions. And also I would appoint 3 caretakers to take care of this students or the street kids who are underprivileged. So overall spend, what I'm projecting is 38 lakhs, 22,000. What is going to be a long-term impact? So that is something with which I had envisioned and have created this project plan. I think we should move to the next slide. Yeah. So the students, at least I would be able to change the life of this 50 street children who are going to have no future if they are left on the street as it is. So they will learn from these teachers. They will also learn on vocational skills and life skills. The next long-term impact would be their level of confidence would increase, and they would also become a good asset to the community because they know that someone has come ahead and helped us to take up their responsibility and make them as a good human being. And very important, They will inspire philanthropy and show humanity towards community. So we will reduce the circle of poverty with the help of such initiatives. So with that project plan, I would request if someone has some insight or some questions to ask me. I think that would give me a lot of assurances if I'm on the right track or something else can be taken care or incorporated. So any questions from the
Toastmaster Jyoti has raised her hands.
Yeah, Zoom Master, I would request Toastmaster Jyoti to be spotlighted, please.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Ashwini. That was a very nicely presented one, and it's very, very close to my heart, working with the other side of the group. I'm not even going to call them the underprivileged, because I start thinking, am I going to say that I'm more privileged than the others? No. My question is, going through it, because I work at almost the same kind of work. I always notice there's a hitch when it comes to planning our budgets, because the budgets are always dependent on the CSR, which comes from the companies. And 9 out of 10 I faced even last morning was, I need to cough up the money first and wait for the reimbursement. There's no way we go away. The question is, how would you deal with something like that? I will ask my second question probably after you answer it.
So I understand there has to be provisioning which needs to come again to start this initiative. So yes, I have my own personal savings, for which I started way back 10 years back, and that has helped me to have some corpus left out for me. So to start this initial activity where I have to approach volunteers, where I have to go and meet NGOs, there would be some kind of spend which is going to happen. Or initially to set up a conducive environment for these kids to live there. I think some rentals would also come into picture. So I think provisioning that, getting a fair rate for them is something which I would look at. But initial amount of investments in the span of 10 lakhs would come in from my end, is what I have.
I must say that's a generous heart there. If I can just add a quick suggestion, because been there, done that, and I had a very interesting person right from your own town who suggested. Toastmaster Ashwini, I'm going to just tell you that definitely when I look at it, I'm going to be connecting a lot of people to you. Yes. That being said, there is St. Stephen's School for the Hearing and Spoken Despaired, and I work with few people there. He told me, how long do you guarantee sustainability when you keep putting it out of your pocket? Do you want this project to continue, or at one point you're going to lose yourself, get exhausted? So I'm going to just ask you to think about it and put it in your presentation to say, what if? There is always the what and the why when we talk about the strategies, especially you will find the Toastmaster head talking about it, the why and the how. I liked your presentation, and that was out of concern. It wasn't a question, because I do understand when the heart goes out, we can't stop ourselves. Thank you very much for answering my questions, and good luck to you.
I just want to add this. There is an inspiration behind this. So there is a social activist in Maharashtra, which everyone of us would know, who is called Sindhutai Satpal. So she has been an inspiration for me, and she was the one who was actually going to the railway stations and picking up those kids and getting them. I think she was the one who didn't had any money, and she kind of always did that skill of persuasion, where she had approached a lot of such organizations who had supported, and also with her work, people have been supporting. So it's just a step which you need to take towards society. And I believe that people are there to support you. Initially, yes, there would be struggle, but obviously the inputs would help. But I think, thank you so much. This is what I wanted to add with your points. I think Toastmaster, DTM Sudarshan, yes, DTM Sudarshan.
Yeah, so first of all, I must commend you on the thought process and the effort that you've taken to put together your plan. But you know the old saying, the road to hell is always paved with good intentions. And I felt, listening to you, your intentions and your heart and your wallet, all three of them are in the right place. But you have committed one cardinal sin. You have jumped to the conclusion. You assume that they need vocational training. You assume that education in the conventional form is what is going to emancipate them from where they are. And to this, I would want to ask you these following two sets of questions. What evidence have you gathered to identify what could be their real needs? Secondly, how do you propose to gather enough support, both from a financial perspective, but more than the financial side of it, the actual ability to impart training? Because as I understand, you have a day job in which you're going to be busy, which is going to fund your investment. So where will you find the resources? Who will actually voluntarily spend time with these kids to enable them to equip themselves to face the future? So both of these questions, if you could, your insights basically.
Sure, thank you for this question. And I was expecting that how you're going to manage. Yeah. So see, the power of connection again helps over here. Been living in this vicinity from almost 15 years, have come across nice and kind-hearted gentlemen who are already into such kind of initiatives, but no one is nearby no one is in our vicinity. So that's where I picked up my own vicinity, because that is something which was ignored. People travel to us from Borivali towards ahead of Mira Road and Virar to contribute to the Adivasi Pada and donate over there. I mean, why not to look at our own city where we live, and we ensure that people who are living in and around vicinity are satisfied. We contribute back in a way to this particular area or to the society. So I think such gentlemen are in my connect, and they've been supporting such initiatives out of this location. So they can help me. So they can probably help us to set up a right connect with vocational institutes, help in planning such activities for them on weekends. During weekdays also, like if I'm able to manage Toastmasters kind of responsibility, I think this is something has helped me to think of this initiative. I think the credit goes to Toastmasters. I never thought of such initiative which I would able to do. But with this, I think the power of connection would really help me to manage the entire plan which I have tried to showcase over here.
Thank you very much. And just to take forward what Jyoti said, I will also be connecting you to a few organizations who work in Mumbai, given that I'm also from that city and I still maintain my connects. These will be people who can provide you both human capital, who will actually come and devote their time, and technical guidance in terms of how to run this without letting it fall prey to other undesirable ambitions of people carrying various placards and representing various political affiliations. So they will enable you to do all of that. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you to DTM Sudarshan for this question. Timer, do we have some more time to take one more question, or should we conclude? Timer, Shirley? I think with this, I think we need to move to the next segment very soon. So without further ado, thanks for your inputs to DTM Jyoti and DTM Sudarshan. And any questions, please do connect with me. I'm happy to answer that. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ashwini. Thank you for your wonderful speech. Now we are moving on to the second speaker. And before the second speaker is on stage, I would like to invite the second evaluator. Can we have the second evaluator spotlighted? I think second evaluator is Toastmaster Vijay Lakhe. Can you spotlight yourself? Yes. So I would like to ask the same question to you. Which is one quality of your father which you admire the most?
Yeah, thank you, TMOD. So if I remember from since my childhood, He has been always given me a free hand to explore my own things and to do my own things. And just because of him, I'm standing in front of you all today. And with this, over to you. Ian.
Thank you. Can you just briefly give out the speech objectives of the speaker?
So, speech details for DTM Sudarshans are, it's a speech of Level 1 Project 2, Pathways, Motivational Strategies. Speech title, You May Say in a Dreamer. And duration, 5 to 7 minutes. And speech objectives are, the member to demonstrate their ability to deliver an effective, respectful speech, and evaluation of the speech.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Vijay. Can we have the speaker spotlighted, please?
Yes.
So before we start, DTM Sudarshan, I would like to ask your fond memories of your father. How do you remember him?
So my father was a very wealthy man, extremely wealthy, because he was an indiscriminate friend maker. He had friends from all stratas of society. He had no particular qualms about being friends with a CEO or a chaprasi and anyone in the middle. That is why I call him an extremely wealthy human being, because when he passed on, the goodwill that he left was reflected in the kinds of people that showed up to his funeral without us announcing anything. So that to me was the wealth and the investment that he made in himself and left it behind for all of us to enjoy.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you, DTM Sudarshan, for sharing that. And for you, for all of you, it would be I think, perhaps experience to listen to DTM Sudarshan's speech. The speech is titled, You May Say in a Dreamer. DTM Sudarshan, You May Say in a Dreamer.
You may say I'm a dreamer, I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us. These were immortal lines sung by the one and only, the inimitable John Lennon in his song, Imagine. And I, for one, believe I'm a dreamer. Why do I believe that? Why do I think I'm a dreamer? Walk with me as I take you down memory lane. Must have been circa 1970 something. I was being a menace that I could be in the mid-afternoon. After slogging for the whole morning, ensuring that our plates and our tummies are full, my mother had just lay down to take a short nap in the afternoon. And here I was rummaging through the kitchen, ensuring that one huge bottle fell and crashed to the floor. In that mayhem walks in my mother. I was half expecting her to pick up the nearest broom and give me a couple of whacks with it, or probably pull my ears and tell me that there shall be no desserts for you or whatever. All she said was, I heard you telling a story to your friends. Why don't you go sit at the table and start writing? I took the pen, twirled it around like this, staring outside the window, dreaming away. Dreaming for about an hour or so. At the end of that period, I put pen to paper and I wrote out a story as a 7 or 8-year-old would, probably rife with spelling mistakes, no commas, no full stops, no semicolons. It was a ramble on a roll. At the end of it, my mother looked at it and said, okay, I'll help you clean this up. She took out a red pen, started what she does really well, which was to correct my grammar, ensure that the English is structured, and said, now what are you going to do with it? I said, one day I dreamed to see my name in Champak. Champak is a children's magazine that used to come once a month. And for what joy I can't recollect, I folded the piece of paper neatly, stuffed it into an envelope, affixed a 10 paise stamp to it, went down to the post box, feeling extremely important, as though I've conquered the world, dropped it into the post box, with half my mind telling me nothing is going to come of it. But you know what? I was a 7-year-old. And as a 7-year-old, you don't hold on to things for too long. I let it go just as a person lets a message in a bottle go. It went away in its merry way. I don't know what happened. A month later, the champak arrives at home. And I have forgotten that I've even contributed. And it says page number 23, story contributed by our young reader, Sudarshan. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, it was a dream that was thrust upon me, and it manifested when I chose to do something about it. You and I, all of us, carry hopes, desires, and aspirations in our hearts. Many of us fail to accomplish. Some of us do accomplish, and the rest of us then look at them and say, oh, but she had support of so and so. Oh, but he was born in a privileged family. Oh, but those people always had the backing of someone else. And these excuses galore surround us all and keep us from achieving what we dreamt of. Some of us here dreamt of being an astronaut. Some of us here dreamt of being an Olympic runner. Some of us here dreamt of being an artist, a painter, a singer, a dancer, whatever you may have dreamt of. Life's vagaries and minutiae of daily life always intersperse to take us away from our dreams. But there are some of us who like to sing. You may say, I am a dreamer. And these dreamers are the ones that transform life as we know it. I could quote huge, big names and captains of industries as being dreamers. But Pat will come the reply that, oh, but those who are in different countries under different circumstances, they had luck favoring them, etc., etc., etc. But the fact of life is, I have seen dreams coming to fruition. Just as our previous speaker talked about street urchins being uplifted and taken to where they truly belong, I've actually seen a little boy who used to deliver groceries to my house today running an empire selling dosas all over India and making a turnover of well over 300 crores. If you don't believe me, just go and read the book called Connecting the Dots. The first story is of Prem Shankar Dosawala. Just go and read that story and you will know what it means to take a dream and convert it into reality. I have been on this quest. One of my dreams at one point in time was to be my own boss. Come the year 2023, I decided I will no longer be subservient to that magical paycheck which clings into your account at the end of each month. I gave up the parachute that was enabling me to come down to earth. I cut the cord and I've chosen to take the plunge because I said, if not now, then when? And this is a question all dreamers ask of themselves. All I want to leave you with as I end my speech is, to be a dreamer is to have a privilege, but even more than the privilege is the freedom, the unfettered ability to flap your wings and soar to the heights that you want to reach. Because guess what? After everything else is done, dreams are the only thing that are never taxed. So my fellow Toastmasters and guests, I would implore you and I would urge you to have jubilant dreams, dreams that will take you far and away from where you are today, and someday put pedal to the metal to ensure that your dreams become your reality. Here is to all the dreamers in the group. Thanking you. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Sudarshan, for the jubilant speech. Thank you very much. And I hope everyone has enjoyed the take of listening to DTM Sudarshan. And before we call upon this third speaker, I would again request DTM Sudarshan to set the speech objectives for the third speaker as well.
Just give me a second. Yeah. So our next speaker, Toastmaster Jyoti Thomas, is delivering her speech from the Visionary Communications path. It's a level 2 project 1 speech. The specific objectives of this speech are for the member to identify her primary leadership style or styles, and the secondary purpose is for the member to share some aspects of that particular primary style of leadership and its impact in general, and also talk to us about leadership as a concept. All of this is going to be packed into a speech which is titled, just a second, just when you need it, technology will play truant. I will leave it to you, Mr. Toastmaster, to share. Okay, I've got it. The title of the speech is See Through, and the time allocated is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best, Toastmaster Jyoti, and back to you, Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, DTM Sudarshan. So can we have the third speaker spotlighted? So when I asked the question of what quality Jyoti admires about her father, she mentioned there are many of them. She can't list down one, but she specifically said one is empathy of giving out before being asked. Thank you. Thanks for sharing that. So Jyoti, I think you can do a quick video check and audio check.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you're.
Am I okay till this place? My audio clear?
Yeah, visible and audible.
Video?
And yeah, can you see the transition of timer cards?
I can see Shirley on mark there. Thank you.
Very good. So Toastmaster Jyoti, see through, Toastmaster Jyoti.
What? Jubilant, joyous Jyoti is what people call me when they see me. Do they see through me? I don't know. Fellow Toastmasters, lovely guests, and people from all over the United States and Canada here. Welcome. Today, my topic is an eye-opener, visionary communication and leadership, the styles of leadership. Very interesting. How often, I would like you to give me a show of hands, a thumbs up. You're doing something and somebody turns around and tells you, you did that? Was that you? Oh, you asked yourself, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Do I have a yes on it? I don't see anybody here. Fellow Toastmasters, all of us do things, say things that's so befitting. And often we also do things that can be like, oops, did I? Leadership. John Maxwell says, a good leader surrounds himself with people who are 10 times smarter than him. And I belong to that category. I love to be around people from whom I can learn, because that's what I keep yearning for. Predominantly, when I was doing the entire psychometric test, I am very strong with altruistic. I was looking at the way I communicate. Interesting. I'm highly initiative. When I started looking at it, science, psychology has the way of putting things across to you that can almost blind you. Leadership. Toastmasters give about 8 of them, but I stood right on top with the altruistic, very closely following with affiliative. Along with that comes the democratic, coaching, authoritative. And I go like, oh my God, I don't push anybody. Let me tell you, I realized it when I started looking at myself very close. Last morning, I was getting a particular upskilling income generation program organized, which we're going to have the inauguration tomorrow. And it was at a school, my alma mater, the Sacred Heart. We went there and I had all the teachers, and we're going to have close to about 200 people. When I was interviewing the teachers, I moved from altruistic coaching and I moved into an authoritative tone. My tone changed. That was the time I had to say, I have so many people who are dependent on this upskilling program. You need to give me your commitment. I never said my way or the highway. I just stated it was for a group of people who are going to be depending on it for their livelihood. They looked at me and they said, we will do it. And I turned around and I said, this is how much I can pay. Fair wage, yes, but we come through social contribution. I moved to an altruistic one and I said, do you know, if we are not charitable when we can, if not now, then when? If not us, then who? Fellow Toastmasters, leadership styles has the facet like a diamond. We have to look at it. There is always something. We never push people or push them over. We take them that far and hold them back. And that's what we do at Toastmasters. Every evaluator, the CRC we talk about, shows also that part of a leadership skill. Interestingly, I should say my new club, where DTM, 3 times DTM Bram mentioned to me, had a conversation. He said, you can do a lot more. I said, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. So he gave me a task to do. And he spoke to me about how I was going to do my speeches. I needed somebody like that. I needed DTM Sudarshan. I need Ashwini. I need a Hannah. I need a Paramjit. Why? Am I incapable? No. There is a quality in everybody that shines onto another that can help us accelerate our leadership growth path. While I say this, this particular project opens up doors. This is my 8th pathway. And trust me when I tell you, I want to come down to the bottom of it and start all over. The more you keep going, the sweeter it tastes, the learning. You think, I can do that. I can do it differently. Leadership, the style of leadership was an eye-opener. But I realized I have stood strong on altruistic. My line of work has always enabled me to go ahead because of this particular altruistic style, and also my communication, which is highly tutored and initiating. I realize how beautifully both sync. There are fellow Toastmasters times in life that we look at somebody and say, I do not like the way he spoke and he is not the right leader. Let's put ourselves into their shoes. A leader is somebody. There are days like a mother, they would embrace. There are days like a well-wisher, they would tell us what to do. There are days they will be chill pill. Have you ever wondered which path you choose? I know I'm altruistic with a combination like a potpourri, affirmative, democratic, coaching, and authoritative. I embrace my style and hang on to something that is truly me. I work with my heart, not only with my head. With that, I urge you all to take a look and never judge. Over to the Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyoti, for the beautiful combination of heart and heart, brain, I suppose, right? Thank you very much. Thank you. Can we have the timers report for all the 3 speakers? Yes, Shirley.
Okay. Yeah. So speaker 1, Toastmaster Ashwini, spoke 10 minutes, and question and answer took 9 minutes 12 seconds. So total time taken by Toastmaster Ashwini 19 minutes 12 seconds. So
Okay.
I'm not sure whether she is qualified, disqualified for voting.
I
Speaker.
don't think she's.
Okay, so she is disqualified.
Speaker 2.
Speaker 2, Toastmaster Sudarshan, total time taken 7 minutes 6 seconds. So he is qualified for voting.
Okay.
And speaker 3, Jyoti, had taken total 7 minutes 8 seconds. So she is qualified for voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shirley, for the timing report. Thank you very much. So let us move next to the table topics section. And to the honors, to do the honors, we have got Toastmaster Subaha, the energetic and ever smiling face, which we'll be seeing soon on our screens. Thank you, Toastmaster Subaha. One quality about your father which you admire the most.
Okay, good afternoon, TMOD Anil. Okay, so my father had a very jubilant character. As he served for Indian police service, he had tremendous discipline in his life. And in spite of being into so much negativity of the society, he used to always set a positive environment at our home. And most importantly, he taught me how to let go things by accepting mindfulness and be happy. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now I would request you to conduct the table topics section. Over to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you. So good evening, all fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. I am Subhash Sharma, the table topics master for the day. My purpose today is to facilitate table topics where guests and members will have the opportunity to practice their impromptu speaking. I will introduce a topic and call on speakers who will be given 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the subject. I'll encourage speakers to use the word of the day jubilant in their responses where applicable. I request all my fellow Toastmaster and guests to participate voluntarily today. Okay, on completion, I will call upon timer Toastmaster Shirley to share the timer's report for table topics. Now going forward, today we are talking about Father's Day. The significance of a father is beyond words, as he is the person who works tirelessly to fulfill the requirement of a family. So to honor the contribution of all such fathers and fatherly figures and to celebrate the paternal bonding, I have chosen few table topics to cherish the moment today. So to all my Toastmaster friends and guests, please raise your hand to participate and let's start. I would like to have participants immediately would like to contribute here in table topics. Can I have the hands on, please? Okay. Okay. Let me start with Toastmaster Jyoti, right? Okay. So Toastmaster Jyoti, in a world full of superheroes, my father is my favorite.
Thank you. May I be seated while I'm speaking?
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know about the world, but I know my dad is a superhero. I grew up only looking at him with awe. My father taught me resilience, which helped me at a time when I lost my husband. My daddy taught me to give till it hurts. That has given me a spiritual path at this point. My papa gave me the strength to make sure I take care of my family and friends. Go beyond. Only a superhero can do that. He did not have his underclothes over his pants, yet he made sure we fly high. He very clearly used to tell me, do what you want. Daddy is always there. Do what is right. I will be there. When a father says, I will be there, that is what a superhero does. Because we don't have to turn back. We just need to look forward and keep moving. My daddy, the superhero. He was from the defenses. He taught me discipline. He was from a very rare community that is called a Brahmin Kshatriya, which is a rare combination. It's a warrior clan. My daddy taught me to be brave, to be dependable, and to have the heart that reaches out. That's my superhero, Daddy Tej Singh. Over to the table topics next.
Thank you, Toastmaster. It's amazing, really. Thank you very much. Now, who would like to, take the second slot? Anyone? From our guest, Hannah, you'd like to try?
Okay.
Okay. So, I have a friend called Daddy. I have a friend called Daddy. Yes.
Madam Toastmaster, I have a friend called Daddy. Our Father's Day is actually past, gone by already, and we can celebrate it on the 6th next Friday again. My daddy is my superhero, although he died quite some time ago. Ancient ago. But I have an acronym for father, and it says, for all those heroes ever ruled superbly. And that was my father, definitely. He was kind, he was helpful, he was so, I haven't got words for him. If it hadn't been for him, I wouldn't have been the person that I am today. Calm, cool, and collected. That is what he was. Never a harsh word to me and my late brother. And we played canasta. And I was so thrilled when I beat him at canasta at the game. And I still have a scorecard from those years gone by in my tray of canasta cards where it says Hannah won and Daddy came second, or the other way around. It doesn't matter. We just love to play canasta, and he taught me the patience. He taught me everything that one has to have for your way of life in the future. Although he died very early, it still stays with me up to now, and I put it to my children as well. Thank you very much, Madam Topics Master.
You are welcome. Thank you, Hannah, for your nice speech. Can I call Pradunya? Pradunya, I would like to participate.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Thank you. So your topic is Dad who can fix anything. Dad who can fix anything.
Okay. So to start with, I would like to tell about my dad. He is no more, but the inspirations he has given us are still with us. The position or the level of knowledge I have gained is all because of him. When you say he could do anything, it is actually what I have experienced with him, because he was the only sole owner or sole earner in the family who was able to manage the family at any cost. He was able to help people, even if you say in difficult situations wherein, as ma'am said, he taught us to give till it hurts. When the family did not have anything, he was able to help others, external people, our neighbors, to have their livelihoods. Myself was the first person in the family who has been educated so much when there was education was not allowed. He went against the whole family and got me educated. And so I can always say that he could do anything and everything which one was not ready to allow us, but he helped us with that. Thank you.
Thank you, Brother Knight. It's really so much motivating. And can I request Anju to take a topic, please?
Yes, I can take the next topic.
Thank you.
Can we spotlight the speaker, please? Zoom Master, can you please spotlight the speaker?
Meanwhile, I am perfectly audible and visible.
Yeah, you are. So your topic is, I'm sorry, Dad, I will not repeat it again. I'm sorry, Dad, I'll not repeat it again. Please.
So hello everyone. I am Anju Rathod. When I was young, I was very moody at the times. If I want something, I only want that thing only. And one thing which I wanted back then was cycles. My father was in defense and we constantly used to move from one place to another. Once when we were moving from one place to another, we left our cycles back home. But at the new home, there was only one thing which I wanted. That was my cycle. My father told me he will give me a new cycle, wait for a few days till they settle down. But Anju being Anju, I picked up a cycle of a man size. I was a small kid. My feet can't reach the pedal. I picked up the cycle, crossed it, legs, and start moving with the cycles. But since I was a kid only, I was able to make the few blocks. And after that, I fell down into the bushes. Now, as a small kid, I wasn't able to get up with the cycles again. And for around half an hour or 20 minutes, I was lying down over there in the afternoon, nobody around there to help me out. But suddenly some ladies, two ladies around 45, they came up, helped me up and sent me back home. I cried a lot. After a while, my father scolded me a lot and then told me not to do this ever again. And I always told him that I'll never do it again. So this was my story. Over to you, Table Topic Master.
Thank you, Anju. Thank you very much. We all enjoyed. Thank you very much. Okay, could I request Paramjit, Toastmaster Paramjit, to take a topic, please?
Okay.
Okay. So, me as a dad. Me as a dad.
Me as a dad. Wow, what a question. I think my daughters could have done given the better results about it. I have two daughters, and bringing up two daughters is really a big challenge also. And I came from a family where there was not much things allowed to the children. So I came to Dubai. Even in India, when I was in India, I'm from Chandigarh. So the best thing I do is I'm very close to them. I'm a friend and allow them a lot of things which I always feel like they're boys. I don't stop them for doing anything like boys. They can go anywhere, they can do anything. Of course, in the beginning, I told my father was also very kind. So I just keep an eye and given them that this is the limit you are having. But you can go here and there. You do whatever you like in your life. And the best thing what happened is like they have done their best. One of them is now gone back to Canada, and the other one is still with me. She's also planning to go to Canada next 3 months. In the next 3 months, and I think our family is never like a father and daughter relationship. We are like friends, and they. I don't never teach them directly, but I tell them stories about my family, how we have gone through different phases of life, and the financial things what I have passed through, and they were very helpful to me, both of them. So I think as a father, what I understood in this particular arena, now the time is going on, we need to be only friends with them. And the daughters are there who really love you. I think they love more than mother to me. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your thoughts as well. Thank you very much. So I think we don't have much time right now and we have to stop it here. So thank you everyone for wonderful participations. Now may call upon Timer Toastmaster Shirley for Timer's report, please.
Yes. So Toastmaster Jyoti, she took 1 minute 49 seconds. So she's qualified. Toastmaster Hanna took 1 minute 49 seconds. She is qualified. Toastmaster Pradna took 1 minute. She is qualified. Toastmaster Anju took 1 minute 50 seconds. She is qualified. Toastmaster Paramjit took 1 minute 59 seconds. So he is qualified. So all are qualified.
Thank you. Thank you. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Anil. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for the jubilant Toastmasters, the table section. Thank you very much. It was Toastmasters Subaha for all of us. Thank you. So
I
now,
request Zoom Master to spotlight the Toastmaster of the day, please. Can we have Zoom Master spotlighting the Toastmaster of the day?
Vijay, you're there?
Yes. And I would.
Thank you. So, thank you. So now moving on, as we have all seen that our father has been friend, philosopher, guide, and they have always wanted us to become a better version of us. And same is the thing which we expect from our children. Now, when Paramjit sir was speaking about his daughters, I too have got two sons. So whenever they are doing something wrong, I sometimes give them an maybe perhaps extra liberty of doing some mistake and learning from their experience instead of me teaching them. Because sometimes experience remains with you for a longer time than the teachings. But now we have to be calculative, like how much of experience is good and how much of teaching is good. So sometimes experience should not spoil their life. That's the only thing. Thank you. So now we have got someone who will give his thoughts for making our club a better version, a meeting to be a better version. So we will call upon the evaluator, general evaluator, who will be giving us some guidance from her experiences, make our meetings more better, more meaningful, more insightful. So I would like to call upon the general evaluator, Anju Rathod. Can we have her spotlighted?
No, it's Mrinal Ghosh. It's Mrinal Ghosh.
Sorry. Mrinal Ghosh. I'm sorry. The Toastmaster Mrinal Ghosh. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So I would again have the same question with you. What is the one quality about your dad which you admire the most?
So my father believed in one sentence. There is only one life, live your own life. So he's always stress-free, I can see. So that part actually I try to learn from my father. In your difficult situation also, how you can be a stress-free. I think that is important for today's era. And that's I'm trying to learn from my father. And he's always smiling. Whether is any bad situation also happen with my father, but through my facial expression of father, you don't understand something happened with my father. So these things I try to learn from father.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Munal, for sharing those with us. And now I would like to you to take upon the general evaluator's hat and give us the insights of our meeting today. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Anil. So today I'll evaluate 3 speaker and then table topic followed by the entire meeting. So first I want to come for the podium, our first evaluator today, Toastmaster Paramjit Singh. Please share your.
Thank you very much, General Evaluator Mr. Manal. There are a lot of things happening around us. Sometimes we are not aware or sometimes we don't look at them. And a kind-hearted person, a compassionate person like Ashwini would see and plan a project Asha, hope, to help the unprivileged and the orphans. I felt everybody was touched by the project, particularly me, because I had been doing for the 5 children we are contributing over here for the studies in the UAE, and have been volunteering in a different organization to do the same. I was really touched by Actually, you have a great elaborated plan to help the underprivileged and have given us a snapshot with very good and clean slides. The things I liked about your speech is your proper structure of the speech, good transitions, and your confident voice. The things which you could have done better with a proper coordination with the Zoom master in advance, to save the valuable time. And for the plan, I think the missing part was sources of raising 28 lakh was missing. So you need to address the same so that it can be a viable project. Now to the second part of it, about your question answer session. Even if we do our best to create a foolproof plan, there's always a scope for failure or some important aspect is missing, and which makes a plan a failure plan, maybe. That is what the Toastmaster Jyoti and Toastmaster Shethadri pointed out. And you confidently replied to their queries, and God also promises to help from both of them. That is the way I think you presented in such a way that they are really going to help you also for your project. I feel that Jyoti's question about sustainability is a real challenge in the long run. And because of this, sometimes projects can really fall down. So there is a need to address in the very beginning. For example, what we have done here, we have a fund, and we're getting all the money which we try to spend is the interest taken out of this. A very simple system. What we have a fund, we put it into India because here we don't get interest. So what we do is we are getting interest on that money, and then what we are using for the people over here. And with a proper plan. Ashwini, you have met the project objective with a good plan, with eloquent speech, and hope that your plan starts at the earliest. So the people who are waiting for you to be helped with the project, Asha. Over to you, General.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Paranjit, for your evaluation. I also totally echo with you your point regarding you talking about the commendation part, structure, transition, and voice modulations. And recommendation part, you mentioned about during speech, proper Zoom coordination, and sources of 38 lakhs. So just a recommendation to Toastmaster Paranjit is better. I think you can highlight Paranjit as well as Toastmaster Ashwini both, so you can interact both of them. So first and foremost thing, you talking about the structure, but you should mention which are the structure you like. Like I'm talking, you can mention like 4D, methodology of 4D, like discover, design, develop, or maybe deploy. So this structure, you should mention which are the structure you like most about Ashwini. So that part you need to mention that. And about that, what are the process you want to share with them? Regarding transition part, you mentioned about the transition which you like the most, but transition, you should mention which are the transition parts you like the most, and what are the things that should encourage for the other speaker also should include their speech. So that should be, you should proper mention on speech. So I think that part was quite missing. And definitely voice. Absolutely, I'm totally equal with you. The project ASA is all about, it starts by heart from Toastmaster Ashwini. A lot of proper planning, lot of time you already spent on this project. And a person who invests money of 10 lakh rupees for this project, you can understand what kind of association we have this project. So automatically voice, but I think it's better. Voice will come much more than expected because some emotional part also sometimes is missing, but that part should come. So I think if we talk about the voice part, so I just request you, Paranjit, you should mention that parameter also, how she can improve that. And regarding proper Zoom presence, I'm totally equal with that. Initial some hiccup was there because of some, I think it's only the coordination part. Otherwise, I don't think there's any challenges, any challenges over there. And another thing I just recommended to you to Toastmaster Ashwini is better you should share your screen from your side, so that will be better. Then proper coordination is there regarding your slide deck presentations. And if possible, try to deliver your speech in standing positions. So that's all from my side. Good job done, and all the best for your project, Asa. Now, coming to our second target speaker. So before calling to second target speaker, I just want to call upon our second evaluator of the day, Toastmaster Vijay Lakhe. Toastmaster Vijay, can you spotlight Toastmaster Vijay? Yes, Toastmaster Vijay. Whatever is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Mina. So here is the DTM Sudarshan had started his speech with singing a song, which created excitement and thought that what will be the next in the speech. So he created a suspense going into the kitchen, what will happen next. And then saying in window, he had written a story wherein he had written his dream that he wanted to be in a champak, and that was his strong desire. And that was already happened with his desire. And some recommendations are, I would like to suggest that he should have mentioned some qualities which made him to that success. Like, for example, consistency, commitment, learning, or creativity. What made that success to him? That should be mentioned. So another thing was background was like completely white and t-shirt was also white. So which has given experience of driving a vehicle in night, wherein you cannot see your front because due to this opposite vehicle is coming has kept upper on. So that is the recommendation. And also we cannot see the hand gestures properly. Otherwise, the speech written was made me think at such a small age, you figured out and completed your dream. It's all about figuring out without excuses. That's it. And over to you, Mrina.
Thank you so much. Can you spotlight DTM Sudarshan as well?
Yes.
Thank you. I think how many evaluation you have done, Toastmaster Vijay?
This is my first evaluation.
Great, great. So that's why I'm asking, and great job done by you. It's so a lot of courage because you evaluate distinguished Toastmaster Sudarshan, who is already a eloquent speaker, I must say.
Yes.
So great job done, and I congratulate you for step up, a jump towards your next journey. Well done, Toastmaster Vijay. So because of this is your first evaluator, I'll not go to the details of your evaluation parameter. So I'll try to more focus on Toastmaster DTM Sudarshan. So we all know that Toastmaster DTM Sudarshan always inspired us sharing through our own story. That's amazing part. And he's always tried to share the motivational that always engage the audience. And we learn something new from him, how you should be motivated in your challenging time also. And today you share about your childhood journey. Childhood journey, a 7 years boy, how can chase a dream and how you fulfill a dream. Chasing a dream and fulfill a dream is a lot of gap, a lot of things is required. And you did it extremely well. Your name was, till you had mentioned about the page number 23, Champa magazine, and you're as a author, you can see as a childhood author. It's a great job done on your childhood. And you talk about your father's, these things, jubilant dream to come to reality. So these are the content. We all know that's for regarding the content. Your content is always in a high note only, and we try to learn from that. And audience engagement part is already there. Only I just focus on 2 parameters on you. If you can develop, I know that you will be having a followers of millions of followers in Toastmaster. One thing I'm talking about, your voice modulations. So that part you need to mention, because I know space you already all aware of that, but sometimes what happens, you just try to give this single tone of your voice, you just implement that. Like in our share market, Mumbai is all about share market. So sometimes high, low, that part should be there, and try to be emotional in your speech. If you add these 2 facial expression with emotional, laughing, whatever you think, I know you are a very serious speaker. It's very difficult for you to try to implement that part. But if you do that, you will create wonders as a speaker, I must say, and one day you will be the TEDx speaker. So that's all from my side. And Vijay, I just urge you try to come on regular meeting and try to take up a role. That's all from you. And I hope one day you'll be the one of the best evaluator in your team. So that's all from my side. Now coming to our third evaluator as well as speaker, it's very challenging job for DTM Sudarshan from a speaker and try to convert as a evaluator. It's very challenging. So now I just call upon distinguished Toastmaster Sudarshan. Please share your report as an evaluator. And I urge you, please spotlight distinguished Toastmaster Sudarshan as well as Toastmaster Jyoti.
Thank you, Mr. General Evaluator. There is an old saying from Lao Tzu who says, and I quote, knowing others is wisdom, knowing yourself is enlightenment. And which leader does not want this enlightenment? Today we heard a speech from someone that is deeply and passionately knowledgeable about herself. And this manifested itself in all the words that she used throughout her speech. We've all heard the content, so I'm not going to repeat the content. What stood out for me in this speech was the conviction of knowing who she truly is and how she applies that knowledge in her daily interactions with people all around her. The very fact that she could hold out her hand to talk about that one dominant aspect, which is that of being altruistic, and then demonstrate with the other hand all the other aspects that she is carrying with her. This demonstrated a deep level of knowledge and a strong conviction with what she wanted to communicate. That, when mixed with all the examples that she quoted, ensured, at least to me, that I could believe everything that she was talking about. And that is the hallmark of any good speaker, to enable the audience to truly believe that whatever content is being exposed to us is coming from deep within and has credibility built into it. And therefore, this speech will stand out as a highly credible, very honest speech with a great amount of knowledge of who the person is. What other aspects did the specific speech objective try to cover? It talked about a general treatise on leadership and a specific analysis of her personal styles. On both these counts, our speaker has aced it. I would give her a 10 on 10 on both of these aspects. Now, a speech which has been granted a 10 on 10, how does it go further? What are the other aspects that I, as an evaluator, would like to see? One, I would like, as our general evaluator told me, the same feedback applies to Jyoti. Jyoti speaks like the Vande Bharat. She sets out, it's like she's standing at the start of a 100 meters race, and the guy is going, on your mark, set, and she's already 10 meters down the lane. And that is an aspect that she can well and truly rein in, because we would want to know, when did one point end? When did the next one start? Second is, she is a speaker with a great command over the English language. That was coming through in every aspect of the speech. But I would like to see a little more of the words matching the body language and the expression. The smile was there consistently, but I would have liked to see a little more in terms of what the mood and the ethos of that particular situation was. All in all, a great speech from someone who truly knows herself and was delivered with a great deal of applause. So thank you for delivering that very important speech. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much. It's very challenging for me to evaluate as an evaluator DTM Sudarshan and speaker like Jyoti. So for this, I think just one small recommendation for Toastmaster Jyoti. You talk about your leadership style. You talk about 5 leadership style, and how you demonstrate that part you also mentioned in your as a speaker. But thing is that it will be better you can add 1 or 2 story that you implemented as a leader. So that small story, 1 or 2, I'm not talking about the more than that, that particular mention, because you are an amazing storyteller, I must say that. So that is your strength point. And you should add some, I totally echo with DTM Sudarshan told about that great comment about English language. So that part is already there. Just focus on 1 or 2 things so that others can also inspire from you. How can anyone can transform journey from an ordinary person to a leadership journey? So that, I think that story you need to bring, and rest fabulous. And for distinguished Sudarshan, I think one thing I just talk about regarding your commendation, recommendation, summary part. Try to because most of the time what happen, your time is more than 3 minutes 30 seconds most of the time. So try to evaluate within 3 to 30 minutes. Then I know that you are an amazing speaker. So that part you need to take care of that. Better, I think, commendation part you should complete it within 1 minute 30 seconds, and then within 1 minute recommendation part, and then summary part. Then I hope that just try to follow that, and I know that you will be the one of the amazing evaluator in the Toastmaster fraternity. So that's all from my side. So now coming to, I think I received one, anything I'm missing, Toastmaster Asani, you talk about evaluation of evaluator 2 to be done by TM Anju Rathore.
Rathore, yeah, correct. So Vijay being a first-time evaluator, his evaluation has to be evaluated. Yeah.
Okay. So Anju Rathore and Vijay, please come on the podium. Yes. Yes, Toastmaster Anju, you can share your feedback to Vijay because he is delivering for the first time as an evaluator and also a speaker like distinguished Toastmaster Sudarshan.
First of all, congratulations, Vijay, for giving your evaluation for the first time, and that of no one else but the DTM. So it's a huge accomplishment. When I gave my first evaluation, it wasn't a DTM. It wasn't that hard. So we all agree that it must be very hard for you. But you put up it in a very well put it structure. You actually able to point out almost every point which every one of us are thinking. Not only those points you able to pick out from the speech, but also you are able to make that points into humor, and also that with a blank face. For me, it is the hardest thing to do, to put humor with the blank face and made everyone else laugh. So kudos to you for all the accomplishments. But even when you get a 5-star, there's always a point for improvement. So for me, I think you directly jumped into the evaluation. It was like you are getting into the train and you just waiting for your stop to come and want to leave the podium. Your whole evaluation was, I was feeling you just want to complete the evaluation and want to run off. You can take a pause and start the evaluation with some opening lines. I will suggest that. Other than that, second point is, I would like if you are able to give summary of your evaluation at the end. It will be easier for the speaker to get all the points done and written and get a summary. Other than that, your evaluation was very good and you made a good day today. Over to you, Toastmaster Mrina.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anju. So for this, actually, because he's delivering as a evaluator for the first time, so only one thing I just recommended to Toastmaster Vijay: just try to come meeting on regular basis, read books, and try to follow the Toastmaster pathways and guidelines how you can evaluate them. So these are the basic things you just try to follow, and definitely you should always try to guide from your mentor. And I know you can do wonders. So that's all from my side. Thank you, Anju. So now I'm coming to the table topic session conducted by Subaha Sharma. So there are 5 table topic speaker. First speaker, Toastmaster Jyoti. Can you spotlight Toastmaster Jyoti? So you know what? You already know that Toastmaster Jyoti is already is an amazing storyteller. I must say that, and I love the tone of your voice tone throughout. You maintain that you talking about you grew up looking your father. You taught resilience. You talk about spiritual path that you learned from your father, and you also talk about that your father actually comes from the defense family, so proper discipline. So this part you already mentioned about that. So 6, and then you talk about Brahm parts you also mentioned. No, you are talking about the brave, dependable father. So this part actually mentioned regarding your father. My father is a favorite superhero. So once again the same thing apply for you. Just bring one or two story why your father become your superhero. One story, small story. So that you can bring. I know it's very challenging for you, but speaker like you can do that. So that's the small request for you. Try to bring that why your father is superhero and why each and everyone should admire you, your father as a superhero. So that audience connection you need to bring back. So that's all from my side. Now coming to our second Toastmaster speaker, Toastmaster Hannah. She's always calm, cool, and composed throughout meeting, and that's what actually I like most. And your topic, I have friend called Daddy. And you started, quote, your daddy is your superhero. And same thing I can see with you also. You learn regarding you're talking about the calm, compose. This part you also mention about your father. And you always behave your father like a friend and try to learn many things from your father, and you try to implement it in your personal life. So great connection of personal story you bring to the audience. I think we all can connect with your story. Our father also behave like a friends only. So great, well done, Toastmaster Hannah. Next, our third speaker, Pradudma, dad who can fix anything. Can you spotlight her?
Camera is off, so.
Okay, it's okay. So I think he talk about dad who can fix anything. He talk about inspirational story of your father regarding how challenge face your father and how transformation happen with you. For you, you already mentioned that your father is like a superhero for us. You face a lot of family challenges are there, but your father take care of all entire your family, and your father is your role model. Any challenges happen with your family, your father try to fix that and provide good educations for you as well. So for you, you mentioned about that your father can fix anything with your inspirational personal story. If possible, try to one story only. You can add one story for the benefit of the audience so that audience can also connect with your father, why he can fix anything. So that story you can bring to the audience. Just a small part, and rest you are fabulous.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you for the insights.
Thank you. Next, coming to our fourth table topic speaker, Toastmaster Anju Rathar. Can you spotlight her? Thank you so much. So your topic, I am sorry that I'm not repeated again. And I love where you start. You just you talk about share your when you are young, when you are 8-year-old, and you talk about you was very moody persons during that time, and then you talk about suddenly take some time and start your own story of your bicycle. An amazing story you share with all of us. So no recommendation for you. I think your table topic should be like that only. You should share your story that everybody can connect with you. I know that entire audience can connect with you regarding your bicycle story. So that story element was amazing. And at the end date, you quote your end date. When your father scolded, you told that I'll not do it again. Great take on the topic. I'm sorry that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Next, and our last speaker, table topic speaker, Toastmaster Paramjit. Me as a dad. And I know that is one of the best topic for you as well. I know that you have two daughters nowadays well established. One daughter already shifted to Canada, and another daughter is also preparing for shifting to Canada. So you talk about you treated your daughter as a friend, as a close, and you are very close to them, and you bring some of the proper manner quality or proper behavior. You focus on your own daughter, and your daughter also respect a lot, because you talk starting from your financial condition, how you grow in your career, and how you from Chandigarh you shifted to Dubai, and right now you are a successful person. And then you are talking about your daughter also follow your own path. Both are well established right now, and they are already taking a jubilant step towards their career. So well taken on the topic. Well done, Toastmaster Paramjit. So that's all from as a table topic. So now I have already almost 5 minutes time. So I'll complete my entire evaluation within 5 minutes. So first, I talk about before the meeting preparation. I know that meeting preparation started on Thursday onwards, and I must congratulate Toastmaster of the Day, Anil, our club president, Toastmaster Asini. They always try to follow the entire, whether is there any changes happening or not, they follow the proper protocol. I think for an ideal club, you should follow that way. So I'm coming to that point. So first I'm coming to our Sir, energetic Sir, Manoj Kumar. Start a meeting with clapping. State the statements of the Toastmaster International. Great energy level, I must say. So only one thing I just recommended, I think you try to be careful, because I know that is happening. Your reflection on your spec of ping light, that part you need to take care of that. I know. So ping light on your spec, both sides. So that's the one thing you should take care of that. And rest, you are doing a fabulous job. You are a great energy person. I must congratulate you. Next, coming to our second presiding officer, Toastmaster Asini Arundokar. You show a great leadership quality as a presiding officer. First, you encourage the new members who take up a role in recent, just for the first time, Timer Sedley and Piyush Agarwal. And then you spotlighted the guest about their goal in Toastmaster. So I think that's a great way to conduct a meeting as a presiding officer. And then you talk about sharing your club's success story. Presidents are distinguished club, you already achieved that. And apart from that, you try to bring out all the EC members in a one platform, and also all the club members. Without them, this achievement is not success. So I think it's a great example of a leadership. And next, I'm coming. So Timer Sidley. So you know that you are taking a role for the first time, but you already showing us the advance, because very few can handle the timer cut like you did it in your background. You're talking about your green, yellow, red, and you handling proper manners. So I think that's a great thing. I think one small mistake you've done, I think because of the speech of Toastmaster Asini, you thought that second speaker already started speaking.
Yes.
So that's one part. And rest, I think you did a fabulous job.
Thank you.
So next, our counter, Piyush. So our counter, Piyush, can you share your report, please? So timer already shared the report, so I not call you. So yes.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So Toastmaster Anil used filler sounds like 2 times and filler words 1 time. Then Toastmaster Ashwini filler sounds 5 times and filler words 2 times, filler phrases 2 times, and 1 long pause. Toastmaster Paramjit filler sounds 1 time, filler words. Toastmaster Sudarshan filler sound 2 times. Toastmaster Vijay filler sound 3 times and filler words 5 times. Toastmaster Subha filler sounds 1 time. Toastmaster Surly filler words 1 time. And at last, Toastmaster Minal filler sounds 1 time, filler words 1 time, and filler phrases 1 time. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Minal.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Piyush, for first time you take up a role as a accountant. So just a small suggestion for you. If possible, try to use in slide deck mode, so that will be better, so that each and everyone understand what are the mistakes I have done. And you are talking about the phrase or crutches, or which are the words, that part I think you should mention that.
Okay.
So then it will be better for us, so they can, speaker can improve for next time onwards. So I know that's so I just small request to Toastmaster Sedley, just share the on chat only, just share the report of the evaluator.
Okay, so yeah. Okay, so Toastmaster Paramjit, the total time was taken is 3 minutes 15 seconds. Toastmaster Sudarshan, he took total time 3 minutes 30 seconds exactly. And Toastmaster Vijay Lakhe took 1 minute 30 seconds. So all are qualified for voting.
Toastmaster Anju as well. That is something which.
Yes.
Yeah, I missed her time. Sorry.
So next, thank you so much. So next, I call upon the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Subham. Please present your report.
Yeah. Yeah, hi Toastmaster. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Thank you. So the word of the day was used by Toastmaster Anil, DTM Sudarshan, Toastmaster Jyoti, Toastmaster Subha, and Toastmaster Mridal. Thank you all for using the words. And there were plethora of good uses, such as I know my limits, man of modest, backlogs, tenders, toggling, scribbling, deserted family, conducive, hitch, cup of the money, generous, sustainability, out of the concern, heart goes out, persuasion, condemn, kind-hearted, vicinity, human capital, fall prey to placards, traits of society, goodwill, take down a memory lane, rife, ramble with a roll, let it glow, cling, cut the cord, eye-opener, artistic, coaching, alternative, making it going sweeter it twist, put into their shoes, chill pill, mindfulness, resilience, arena, liberty, burst, snapshot, Bible, foolproof plan, no other wisdom in knowing use, enlightenment, manifest, age, fraternity. A good leader surrounded himself with people to time and to timer smart than them. And there were some suggestions. So one of the speakers, myself was the first person. I was the first person. I came from a family. I come from a family. And that's all from my end. Thank you, and over to you.
Well done. Well done, Jubilean Grammarian Subham.
Thank you.
So just a small request for you, because you talk about many aspects of the speaker. So better, I think, you try to use your PowerPoint presentation slide deck mode. That will be better, so that people can connect with you. So that's a small suggestion from my side. You try to implement that, then there will be more connection with the audience. So that's a small request from my side. And you can more emphasis on suggestion part, good uses, or if is there any error in the sentence, that part you can focus on that. So now only remaining today is our energetic Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anil. We can see that we all are, because your story brings, because your topic is you're talking about Father's Day celebrations, and we all can feel, we can correlate, we all are emotional today about your topic. And good thing I like about you short clips and you're talking about only one point, only one things that you talk about your fathers. I think that's a great example of an amazing Toastmaster of the day, because you connect with the audience through each and every one. You not miss not a single person. So great work done by you. So as an overall, it's amazing meeting, and I'm frankly I tell you, it's a great motivation for me also. I learned a lot of new things from today's meeting, and I also try to implement it as a Toastmaster of the day, where you implemented it. Well done. So that's all from my side. Now I want to hand over the podium once again to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Anil.
Thank you. Thank you for the jubilant evaluation for our meeting number 65. Thank you, Mrinal, for being here. Thanks a lot. So now that we are at the end of meeting, and we all aspire to become a better club, host better meetings in the future. I think today's meeting was something which was feeling of gratitude towards our father. And I think with all of you sharing your emotions and your qualities about your fathers which you admire, I think it was a sense of gratitude which we can all relate to. Maybe those who have fathers available, and some of them have lost fathers. So I would wish all of you, those who have, maybe perhaps cherish them, because they are the living treasures for us. Thank you. And now I think we can have polls, or we can have the polls, right? Yeah. So I think among the speakers, I think we'll be having two speakers, right? Two speakers.
Yes.
And we have got four evaluators.
Correct.
Right. Soon we'll be having polls on your screen. I request all of you to participate in the polls and give your feedback. I think the polls are there on your screens. And I would like to thank Hannah for being here. Also, I would like to thank Shubham for being the last minute grammarian for our meeting. Thank you very much, Shubham. Thanks, Sanju, for being here. And thanks, Jyoti, for your wonderful insights. Thank you very much. Do we have everyone's responses recorded? We have still more.
Zoom Master, can you just check if everyone has voted except the co-host? You would see 13 votes, which has been received for all the, 12 votes for all the segments. Zoom Master?
So, Padma, how was your experience?
Yeah, it was good. I'm just trying to understand how this can help me to grow my communication skills and my career as well. Just trying to understand. Maybe I'll have a one-on-one call later on to understand the same.
Right. Very good. So I think thanks for attending. I think we'll look forward to you in the coming sessions. And one thing I can assure that Toastmaster is being a very good journey. I think it's been 98 years. Now it is in the 99th year. It's a non-for-profit organization, but it's helping us all very well. I'm associated with the Toastmasters for around a year plus, and I'm happy. The results.
Okay.
Looking forward to you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I think we have the results with us, right?
Yes.
This was displayed, but now I think I can see the results.
I'll share.
No, it's okay. I think I'll request.
Can you see the result?
President to pick it up. So over to you, presiding officer. Thank you.
Thank you. So, can I be spotlighted, please? Thank you, everyone, for joining today's meeting. Again, a special one, as most of the role player were the new first-time role player from the Zoom master, timer, our counter. So they have tried to put their level best. I think feedbacks and insights have always made them to learn new aspects of being a level up their game, to level up their game. I think we also had Sergeant at Arms, who was the first timer for doing this role. Our very own member, Toastmaster Manoj, and yes, excellent job. I hope we could have included you in the poll, but that's an opening meeting, so our role has not been voted. However, having said that, I have the results with me. So the best, I'll start with the reverse order. So the best table topic speaker goes to DTM Jyoti Thomas. Congratulations, DTM Jyoti. The best auxiliary role player goes to our first time role player, timer, Toastmaster Shirley. Great job. The best evaluator goes to undoubtedly DTM Sudarshan. And the best speaker goes to Toastmaster Jyoti. Last but not the least, the best of Big Three. So the poll between Toastmaster of the Day, General Evaluator, and a Table Topic Master. And the winner is our General Evaluator, Toastmaster Mrinal. We will be sharing certificates on your personal wall and in the span of 48 hours, which is our turnaround time, and you should be getting those certificates soon. A token of appreciation for contributing to our club meeting. So I encourage you all to take full advantage of these opportunities, as much as opportunities which comes within the club and outside of the club for the different roles you should take up, because you get to experience different flavor of the expertise. Speak up, take risk, and don't be afraid to make mistakes, because this is the platform where you can make a lot of mistakes, but there are only people to give you that hand and learn from that from there. This is a safe space where we can learn, grow, and have fun together. So let us make most out of it. Thank you for being part of our Toastmaster family. And with this, I declare this meeting officially closed. Now we are open to network one-on-one, and obviously, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Pradhan. Thanks, Paranjit. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you. Thank you.
For
Thank you very much.
insights. Yes. Thanks, Anju.
Thank you very much, Ashwini. Have a good
Thanks,
day.
Mala.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Yes. Thanks.
Thank you, Ashwini, for contacting me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Toastmaster Paramjit. Thank you very much. Thanks, DTM Sudarshan.
Thank you, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you.
Do we need to wait, Ashwini, for
Yeah, I
login?
think for Piyush and Shirley, I think we need to quickly walk you through the orientation. So we
Yes.
will explain you the pathway orientation, pathway selection and then selecting the pathway. So we'll not take much time. We'll just stay back for another 10-15 minutes or maximum 30 minutes to explain and clarify your doubts. Manoj, Vijay, please stay back to gain more insights, or if at all you have some important assignments to complete or planning to have some task to be completed, we can connect over a phone also. That's fine with us.
Ashwini, can I leave or I need to stay?
Yes, we can. I will contact you. You can also stay back because the next part is how you select the speeches and how you take the pathway through
Sure,
once you're
I'll
a member. So you can stay back. That would be great. Yeah. Yes, I think Vijay, Anil, over to you.
Yeah, I'm not able to share my screen actually.
Yeah, I will give you the sharing right.
Please, please.
Ashwini, I'm exiting right now. I'll catch you in some time. Okay. Thank you.
Sure.
Bye
Thank
bye. Have a nice evening ahead. Thank you.
Vijay, can you make Anil co-host, please?
Yes.
So he would be able to share his screen and explain the workflow.
Now we can share.
Yes. Now I've got it. So what Ashwini was telling is, once you become a member, you will be getting some credit.